So I've got something a little bit different today. Today I am all loaded up, headed up to my dad's. He has an annual party, and every year I'm tasked with putting on a fireworks show. Let's blow this fireworks stand. Michigan roads remind me that this truck has no shocks. It's okay in Ohio, but it's rattling my teeth out here. Well, it's a new day. I'm working on day 2 of fusing up the fireworks. Trying a few different things this year. As far as this finale here, I think I have an idea. I'm not sure how it'll work out in the air. If it's going to actually show up the way I'm picturing it or not, but I'm gonna give it a try. So I'll show you a little bit of what I've been doing. Okay, so the way I do this is on 2 boards. It helps to provide a more stable surface than just the grass, and it makes it easier to move, so I can build it in here in the barn and not have to be out in the sun the entire time. But first we have to move them, so we're gonna throw them on the trailer out here and haul them out. How about a quick rundown on what's going on here? So over here is the starter fuse right down there. I will light it and walk away, and the rest should do it all itself. Over years I've gotten decent at planning. I've got 3 different types of fuses, some fast, some slow, and I use them with some careful planning to organize and set off certain things at certain times, have different effects. Sometimes there are some issues. There was one year that there was an issue getting a fuse because the government reclassified it as explosive and you couldn't import it. And over time the market found a way. It packaged fuse inside like sparklers inside fountains, and you rip open the top and you find your fuse inside. But that year all I could find was fast fuse, and I just tried running more of the fast fuse. Well, it didn't work so well because it started whipping around and it lit off what should have been. I'm telling you, I spent 4 months planning that show meticulously, one shot after another. These ones were going to work with those ones, these ones were going to go over here, those ones were going to go over there. It should have been a 20 to 30 minute show. I don't remember now exactly how long I had it planned out, but it should have been, I think it was like 28 minutes from start to finish. And all of those fireworks went off in about a minute and a half, and it was intense. Everyone was all cheering, and I was sitting here with my jaw open like, I can't believe I just wasted all that time. I could have just lit everything at once. But this year I've got good fuse. I've got a few things to put together still, that porch pounder and then the connector fuse between the two. So this board here is our first. It starts in this rack, smaller, fewer shots, and then it jumps over to here. I'm going to have a bit of a faux finale with the amped being in the middle as a bit of a time waster, I guess, something to keep people entertained while the fuse works its way over to this box, plus to help spread this out, because this shows about half of what we've done. Like last year we did twice as much as far as fireworks go. But this year with COVID, the party's going to be probably a third as many people because, well, 2020 and all. And so the fireworks we cut down to about half. This is a retirement party this year. It's my dad's retirement party, so still trying to keep it special while, while considering everything that's going on. Now this Just Like Fire will be going on as all these in this rack are going on for the faux finale. As soon as that finishes, this porch pounder, which was one of the loudest ones I could find commercially, it will go off. It'll be kind of a slow breakdown after that faux. and then come over to here to just be another rack of fireworks, some interesting effects. I'm unsure of whether they'll work or not, but hopefully they do. And then same thing here, some ideas for effects that I haven't tried in the past, and if it doesn't work, I intend to plan a little better in the future to make this idea work, because I think it could be really cool. So that's where we're at. I'm going to put these two fuses together, and then I've got a hose over here. We are in a pretty big open space here. Last year I was stuck over in that corner next to the tall grass, and it had been pretty dry. I sprayed everything down around it so it wasn't like a field fire. But we did have a few startup fires about 15 minutes after the fireworks ended that I was running out here spraying stuff down, putting the fire out. So this year, there aren't any hot air balloons, which is why I was stuck in the corner last year. So I am in the middle of this moat area. And, whoo, you guys dizzy yet? And so since I'm in the middle here, I'm just going to spray down this grass, and I think I should be a little better off because those tall grasses are usually what dry out the worst around here. See you guys in a little bit. Little rainbow for the camera. Standing here, spraying my hose. I know the excitement is just too much to handle, but try and keep yourselves contained. I've got about a 30 to 40 foot radius completely soaked. I'll have to come out here a few times today to do this because it's gonna be a scorcher. I think the heat indices are supposed to be over 100. But for now, one step closer. So I mentioned it's my dad's retirement party. And I guess I'd like to say, even if this party is going to be smaller than usual, even if these fireworks are going to be smaller than usual, this is a special one. Because, I think he's earned this. I'm not sure I've met anyone in my life with the work ethic that has busted his butt quite like my dad has. And he's one of the huge influences that helped create the work ethic you see in me. But when I'm talking busting his butt, I mean, 80 hours a week, I think would be an easy week for him. When we go on vacation, he gets up in the middle of the night to answer emails and put out fires. And this is a man who has come up from nothing and made something of himself. Anyone tells you can't make something of yourself if you don't start from something, don't believe them. It's a lie. Get out and do something today, make your life better. Believe me, it'll make a change. Just keep doing it. And on that note, considering my dad grew up the son of a poor brick mason, and literally him and his brother were breaking rocks just so his dad could make ends meet. They were out in the field breaking field rock. Let me show you where he's at now. And this is because of that work ethic, not because anyone gave him a hand up. And he loves his toys. So I'll start off with the one that kind of gave him the idea for the nicknames on his vehicles. My dad's name, can you guess, is Wayne. And this one's a Rentec. It's been souped up. It actually has, surprisingly, the most power of all of them. The thing's a monster. This one doesn't have the thematic plate yet, but it's pretty much Marge, my stepmom's car, so that one they're thinking of changing to Catwoman. And Dark Knight. This one was worked over by Lingenfelter, if I remember it right. It's got something like 650 horsepower at the wheels. And yet that Mercedes has even more power than this. I'm going to skip past the walk here for you guys. And this one, believe it or not, is his winter beater. It is a Dodge Stealth RT twin turbo, all-wheel drive, all-wheel steering. And that is part of why it's his winter beater, and got the name Ice Racer because, if I understand correctly, that is one of Batman's vehicles, his ice-capable vehicle, I guess. I don't know. But the funny thing about all these is none of these were bought new. You can look at something like that, something like all those other ones, and think that, oh, there's so much money in the original cost, but really, he's just been really smart about a lot of it. Been patient and looked through sales and ads and whatnot, well, not sales, but the listings of used cars, and made sure that he found great deals on all his vehicles. This one, as a Jeeper, this one really reaches me, but it's Tumbler. I'm based off of Tumbler is Batman's four-wheel drive. Well, you know how you know a Jeeper's doing well? They've got AC. Man, I miss AC. And I do love this thing. It's pretty capable. It's been out to Moab with us. It's been up to Michigan, been up to the dunes, been on trails. You know, I love my Jeep, but when I go places, my dad's bored following me because this thing is so capable. I am grabbing these stakes to set up some caution tape around my fireworks now so that kids don't get into them, trip, set something off, whatever. People aren't trying to walk around and ripping my fuses out in the dark or whatever. So that's where I'm headed. See you guys. Maybe all this isn't your dream, but whatever your dream is, get out there and chase it. It's there, man. It's there. So what's your dream? What can you get out and do today that'll make your life better? What will make you one step closer to reaching your dreams? Doesn't have to be something big. As long as you're doing something a little bit every day, you'll get there. I mean, I know I'm stealing that from Matt Carriker, Demolition Ranch, Off the Ranch, all them, that ranch. But it's true. I mean, if you just mope around that your life is junk, your life's gonna be junk. So what's your dream? I'll tell you mine. Mine is when I get to heaven, that at least one person can honestly tell me that my life, something I said, something I did, played an important factor in them getting to heaven. Whether it was introducing them to Jesus or maybe just planting a seed that someone else watered later on. At least one person have made a difference. If it's dozens, awesome. If it's hundreds, I don't even know what I'd say. But if one person can tell me that I played a pivotal role in them finding Jesus and finding that salvation, I've reached my goal. In the meantime, I like to have fun. I like my toys. I like my Jeep. I like my trucks. I guess, like a buddy of mine, Adam, said, when I told him about, when I warned him, we stopped up here, and I warned him my dad likes his toys. He just looked at me and he said, well, apple, tree, you know, all that. So, beautiful day if you get in the shade. It's hot again. And I don't know, maybe I was built for Alaska. But just get out there and do, you know, if nothing else, in honor of my dad building himself up to a point where he can retire extremely comfortably. Take a lesson from that. Get out. Make something of yourself. Doesn't have to be financially. Doesn't have to have anything to do with Jeeps or trucks or race cars or any of that. Has to do with doing what you would do if nothing could hold you back. Because the biggest thing that holds us back, biggest thing that holds me back, is right here. It's me. Get out and do something today. Would you believe this was a cornfield when he bought it? It's been 30 years now, I guess. I'm getting old. Hey, it happens. Well, that's it, guys. I'm going to spray this field down one more time, and then probably about half hour, 45 minutes, I'm going to be lighting the fuse and walking away. So that's it. I guess I'm just going to leave you guys from here on out with what I can get of the fireworks. Have a great night. The Lord bless you and keep you. Well, that's it. Each year I learned something new. This year I used a lot of old fuse from the past several years and had some fusing problems. Only about half of it that actually ended up going off because I had a whole section that didn't go off originally. We ended up lighting it up, but didn't catch that on video. Sometimes stuff works, sometimes it doesn't. Roll with it, learn, keep moving. Congratulations, Dad. Enjoy your retirement.